Hello, I am Lizzy with Long Distance Gamers. We are a group of friends who play games remotely due to living in different states. Today, we are taking a look at Red Rising. What do we think about it? And more importantly, how do we play it remotely? Now, before we get started, there are two different sides. The side running the game, they for sure have a copy and they play the game mostly like normal. The remote side may or may not have a copy of the game. We will be going over how the remote side sets up and how the remote side responds to the game. This is Red Rising setup for remote play. What the running side has done has determined what cards has come out in each of these locations, as well as what cards are in everybody's hand. They will go ahead and hold it up to the camera. You do want to be very careful with this, so that way everybody can see it, and only the persons whose hand it is should be looking at it. Another alternative would be to go ahead and take a picture of this, of course while squinting so you can't really make it out, and then send it to the applicable side. Since I am the remote side, I will not be keeping track of Brooksy's and Kitty's hands, so these will actually just go back over to the supply. As the remote side, I have gone ahead and separated all the cards out into their different colors, so that way I can easily grab them as play demands. One thing to note is for remote play, we are using very different colors, as some of the colors in the collector's edition are a little bit close. However, you can use whatever colors you want, and then just whatever powers you want. We don't always align the color with the power, so it's up to you how you want to play that. Now, if there's a side without a copy, what I would recommend doing is go ahead and place these so that people can see the power they give as well as the amounts, and then this would get placed down there, and just do that for all of them. So that way they can easily see and reference without needing everybody's help. So that's what it would be like if there is a side without a copy. However, all of our sides do have a copy, so we go ahead and set it up and play like normal. And if there is a side without the copy, this is of course the very bottom card, and this is the top card. So that way you would just place the card that gets deployed on top of the other cards. Since Kitty is playing Apollo, she gets the first and the last turn. So we go ahead and place the first player marker with her, and then she goes ahead and takes her turn. So she will say if she's leading or scouting based on the player reference, which if someone does not have a copy of it, we go ahead and place it up in that corner so that way they could easily reference it throughout the game, as well as sending it a picture to their phone. For Kitty's turn, since she is first player, she will go ahead and say if she is leading or scouting. If she is leading, she will simply just choose a card from her hand, place it down, do the deploy action. So for instance, she wants to play Darrow, who is a red card. So she will say red Darrow. So that way I know I'm looking in the red deck until I find Darrow. And then she will go ahead and place it in a location. So maybe she would want to place it in Jupiter. She would just say that she is placing Darrow in Jupiter. And she would go ahead and take our green Online Gambler, and then that would get added to her hand. However, since I'm not keeping track of her hand, I will go ahead and place it in my stack for the green. And then she will choose to either gain one of these cards, or she could choose to get the top card of the deck and roll the die. If she chooses one of these cards, she simply states which card she is choosing. So maybe she will go ahead and say that she wants to grab Ragnar from Luna. So that would get added to her hand. Again, we just put it back in the obsidian pile. And then with that, she does get the benefit. And because she got the sovereign token, she goes ahead and gets the bonus on her card, which she gets to reveal and place the top card from the deck. So it could be the janitor from the Brown, for instance. And then she would place that in Luna. She does not get the benefit. However, she does go ahead and get to place it out. Then Brooksy's turn. He wants to go ahead and place the pink Evie. So we go to the pink until we get Evie. And he wants to banish it with gold, so he would go ahead and place it on Luna. And these cards would get banished. And he has done 1 gold, so we get that. And then these will get placed in the banished area. He would go ahead and say that he wants to grab Darrow from the Jupiter and add that to his hand. So we go ahead and put Darrow back on the red and go forward on the Jupiter track for Brooksby. It'd be my turn. So the running side would go ahead and take my card holder and hold it up to the camera. Again, be very careful. And then I would just say which card I want to play if I'm leading. If I'm scouting, they wouldn't hold it up to the camera unless I request it. So we just agree on which side is one. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's say I want to play my number 3 card. Go ahead and pull that out. So I'll just go ahead and place that on Luna. Its ability is I get to move a green or obsidian underneath it. And I may get to go ahead and get that card. So I will go ahead and grab that card up and add it to my hand. They would just place it in my number 3 spot. I get to go ahead and pull another card. So I'll go ahead and grab the Telemesis from the Institute, which means that I get to place one of my tokens on the Institute. Now, as you can see, my card holder is full. So you have 2 choices. You could either go ahead and scrunch up your cards and make it so that you can still see them. Or you can go ahead and grab one of these set aside card holders and be able to spread them out. And that way you can still refer to them as either the pink card holder or the green card holder. And then you would still refer to them as the number. Which again, you want to be very careful when you're holding these up as they can fall out. However, what I love about these card holders is that you can see the bottom information, which is very hard to find in card holders. And there we go. So I very much appreciate Stonemaier Games doing this. It makes it so much easier for remote play. If you ever have to roll a die, you get, of course, the benefit on the die. The end of game is triggered when either one player has achieved 2 of either reaching 7 on the Fleet, the Helium, or the Institute, or between all players, all 3 have been achieved. Once that happens, the round continues until all players have had equal turns, and then Apollo, thanks to his special power, gets one last turn. And then you just count up your point, the most points wins. So that is how you play Red Rising remotely. As you can see, this is one that definitely benefits from multiple copies of the game, but it can be played with one copy in case you are temporarily not able to play with your game group. However, for remote players like my friends and I that live states apart, this is a great one for us to get, especially with both sides having a copy. We just can get it out, we can play it, and just have a great time living in the Red Rising universe. As far as my official rating, I will go ahead and wait until our Fresh Thoughts video, where we will discuss this game after we play it as a group. So go ahead and keep an eye out for that one. But until next time, have fun, be present, and be you. Thank you all for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear from you. Also, if you find value in our content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let a family or friend member know that we exist. Help us spread our channel and bring remote gaming to a table near you. Thank you very much, and have a great day.